Unveiling Ancient Secrets, 2024's top archaeological finds. History is not just a story found in books. It is a living, breathing thing, waiting just beneath our feet. It's a tale told in fragments of pottery, in the faded colors of a hidden painting, or in the silent outline of a long-lost building. Every so often, archaeologists, those detectives of time, brush away the dust of centuries and reveal a piece of this incredible puzzle. The year 2024 has been extraordinary for these moments of connection. These discoveries are more than just old objects. They are direct messages from our ancestors, giving us a precious glimpse into their lives, their beliefs, and their world. It is a profoundly human adventure, linking us to people who lived tens of thousands of years ago. The real magic of archaeology lies in its power to surprise us. We might think we have a clear picture of the past, but one single find can change everything we thought we knew. It can push back the timeline of human creativity, or show us that ancient sailors were far more daring than we ever imagined. Each discovery is a new chapter in the grand story of humanity, a story that is constantly being rewritten and expanded. It reminds us that there are still so many secrets buried in the earth, so many voices waiting to be heard. This is why the work of an archaeologist is so vital and so incredibly exciting. It is a constant search for truth. These finds are not just for scientists and historians to study in quiet laboratories. They belong to all of us. They are a shared inheritance, a tangible link to the generations that came before. When we learn about a 50,000-year-old painting, we are not just looking at art. We are looking into the mind of one of the earliest modern humans. We are sharing a moment of creative thought that spans an almost unimaginable gulf of time. This connection is a powerful reminder of our shared journey. It helps us to understand not just where we came from, but who we are today. The past is all around us, and its stories are waiting. As we look at the incredible discoveries unearthed in 2024, we are invited to become part of this journey of exploration. Each find is a starting point for our own curiosity. It prompts us to ask questions, to imagine the lives of the people who created these things, and to wonder what else might be out there. From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, our planet is a vast museum, and its galleries are only just beginning to open. The thrill of archaeology is the thrill of the unknown, the promise that the next great secret of our shared history could be revealed with the turn of a single spade of earth. It's a wonderful thought, isn't it? Deep within a cave on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, a truly remarkable secret was kept for over 50,000 years. In 2024, archaeologists revealed a painting that has completely changed our understanding of the origins of art. The image, drawn in dark red ochre, shows a wild pig. It is a simple, powerful depiction. But what makes this discovery so breathtaking is its age. Scientific dating has shown that this painting is approximately 51,200 years old. This makes it the oldest known example of figurative art, a picture of something recognizable from the real world, ever found. It pushes back the history of human creativity by thousands of years, which is simply astonishing. For a long time, many experts believed that the earliest complex art originated in Europe. Discoveries like this one in Indonesia challenge that old idea completely. It suggests that the ability for abstract thought and storytelling through images was developing in different parts of the world at the same time. The people who made this painting were not just surviving. They were observing their world, interpreting it, and sharing their vision with others. This simple picture of a pig is evidence of a complex mind at work. It is a window into a time so distant, it is difficult for us to even comprehend. It's a humbling connection to our earliest artistic ancestors. What does this painting really tell us? It tells us that storytelling is one of the oldest human traditions. Near the pig, there are other figures that look like small, human-like beings, perhaps in a hunting scene. This isn't just a portrait of an animal. It could be the earliest narrative scene ever discovered. It's a story frozen in time. These ancient artists were communicating ideas, perhaps about a hunt, a myth, or a ritual. They were using a cave wall as their canvas to express something important about their lives and their relationship with the natural world. This is the very beginning of the long, beautiful history of human art. The discovery forces us to see our Stone Age ancestors in a new light. They were not just primitive hunter-gatherers. They were creative, thoughtful, and symbolic beings, just like us. They had the impulse to create, to record their experiences, and to leave a mark on the world that would last for millennia. This Indonesian cave painting is a profound testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. It is a whisper from the dawn of consciousness. reminder that the need to tell stories and make art is one of the things that has defined us from the very beginning of our journey on this planet. It's a wonderful, powerful legacy. For centuries, historians believed that ancient mariners were timid sailors. The accepted wisdom was that they would have hugged the coastlines, always keeping the safety of land in sight. But a discovery made in 2024, deep beneath the waves of the Mediterranean Sea, has turned that idea on its head. An incredible shipwreck, dating back 3,300 years to the Bronze Age, was found. What makes this find so extraordinary is its location. The ship sank a staggering 56 miles from the nearest shore, in water nearly 6,000 feet deep. It is one of the oldest and most remote shipwrecks ever found in the eastern Mediterranean. This single discovery proves that Bronze Age sailors were far more capable and daring than we ever gave them credit for. To navigate so far from land, without a modern compass, they must have had a sophisticated understanding of the stars, the sun, and the sea currents. They were true pioneers of the open ocean. This wasn't a vessel that was accidentally blown off course. Its location and its cargo suggest it was on a deliberate, long-distance trading mission. These were not just sailors, they were explorers, confidently crossing vast stretches of open water, connecting the great civilizations of their time in a way we are only now beginning to fully appreciate. The ship's cargo, found almost perfectly preserved on the seabed, tells its own fascinating story. Hundreds of large storage jars, known as amphorae, were found intact. These were the shipping containers of the ancient world. Analysis suggests they were filled with valuable goods like olive oil, wine, and perhaps tree resin used for making incense. This was not a small local fishing boat. This was a major commercial vessel, part of a thriving international trade network that spanned the entire Mediterranean. It gives us a tangible sense of the Bronze Age economy, a world connected by sea, where goods and ideas flowed freely between cultures. Finding a shipwreck this old and this complete is incredibly rare. Usually, wrecks in shallower water are broken up by waves or salvaged over the centuries. But the extreme depth of this site created a time capsule, protecting the ship and its contents from disturbance. Using robotic submersibles, archaeologists can now study the site in detail, mapping the layout of the cargo and perhaps even learning more about how the ship was built. This amazing find is not just about one ship. It rewrites a whole chapter of maritime history, revealing a Bronze Age world that was more connected, more advanced, and far more adventurous. In the ancient settlement of Çatalhöyük in modern-day Turkey, a place people have called home for over 9,000 years, archaeologists made a discovery that speaks to one of our most basic daily rituals. They found the remains of the world's oldest known bread. Dating back to 6600 BCE, this is not a loaf you would recognize today. It was a small, palm-sized, spongy mass that had been fermented but never cooked. It was found next to a destroyed oven structure, a clue to its intended purpose. This humble, unfinished meal provides an incredible direct link to the diet and daily life of people in the Neolithic period. It's a taste of history. This discovery is hugely significant because it pushes back the known history of leavened or fermented bread by centuries. Before this, the earliest evidence came from Egypt. The people of Çatalhöyük, it seems, were pioneers in food technology. Analysis of the spongy residue showed that it was made from a mixture of wheat, barley, and pea seeds. This tells us they were not just gathering wild grains. They were cultivating specific crops and experimenting with how to prepare them. They understood the process of fermentation, a major step forward in food preparation that makes nutrients more available and food more storable. This was a community of innovators. Discoveries like this help us build a more complete picture of how early human societies developed. The move from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a settled agricultural one was one of the most important transitions in all of human history. Bread was a huge part of that story. It is a reliable, high-energy food source that can be stored, allowing communities to grow and become more complex. Finding this ancient loaf at Çatalhöyük gives us a physical piece of that transition. We can almost imagine the person who mixed the dough, leaving it to rise near the warmth of the oven before some disaster struck, preserving it for us to find. The past is not a foreign country, it is the foundation of our own world. Every time we eat a piece of bread, we are taking part in a tradition that is at least 8,600 years old. These archaeological finds connect us to that deep history in a very real way. They encourage us to look at the world around us with more curiosity and to appreciate the long chain of human ingenuity that has led us waiting in the soil and under the sea. All we have to do is keep looking, keep digging, and keep listening to the whispers from our shared past. There is always more to learn.